something unique and different. Yeah, it's something that's very personal to me that I'm realizing. It's been my friend Elena, because I've always asked her to help with that stuff. But she's like, no one teaches you how to be Indian, you just are. So, just don't deal with it.
You answered that without using the word indigenous.
Way to go, Cody.
You might want to ask about what they got coming up, since this is the last night of the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have been the breakout artists, the best heavy metal, you've had hits. So now you're going in the studio. And like I said, I watched Monday Madness, and there's, what can you tell us that's going to be different about this? Like, what are the subjects that you guys, if you can talk about it, what you're going to be discussing, or what was going on in your lives or is going on right now that is really driving that record? I know you talked about that some people got some backlash, and there's some fake people out there, and you deal with that in the music business. But what else is going on? Like, what is this album going to be different? Like, what are you really trying to accomplish with it?
To be bigger.
Yeah, to be bigger.
Number one word that we've talked about, we want to be huge. Like,
Right.
epic.
Oh yeah. This album, this EP has to be really big. I mean, I think for each one of us, it's going to be a little different. I know we all go through the same things. Being on the road is one thing that teaches you many different things. Like, one, humbleness. You learn to be humble very, very quickly, because you find out how many people actually do care about you. But then you also become very defensive, because you realize how many people want to take advantage of you. And you find that more so than people wanting to care for you. And I know for myself, a lot of the writing that we have been doing we're so excited. We really want to tell everybody all about it, but we can't. But a lot of the writing is going to be about, lessons we've learned on the road, lessons we've dealt with, people that we've dealt with, the good and the bad side of things. Unfortunately, you even find out your closest family member or your closest friend can turn out to be your enemy. And as writers, that's kind of where we take it. If we didn't go through it, we're not going to do it. We can't write about it because we don't know anything about that. So I think for each one of us, it's going to be a little different. But I know the overall big thing about this record is it's going to be huge. And I don't mean like huge as in like radio and awards and stuff like that. I mean huge as in the music itself.
I think, musically, it's almost like a complete reinvention of the band.
Yep.
I think it's the next step, evolution-wise, with our writing process. Just experimenting, pulling from each other, different attributes, different styles. The drum beats so far have been challenging. They've been very challenging. When to be tasteful, when to be conservative, when to take the lead. I think everybody's going to be punched in the face with this album. It's just going to come out of left field. It's not going to be what you think. I think, and I know personally, I always worry every time we put out an album. It's like, that was a really good album. There's some really good songs on it. And then we put out the next album, and it's like, wow, I actually like that whole album, and there were some really good songs on it. And then I'm like, shit, now we got to write another album to top that. And then we put out of the Box, and I was like, man, I hope this hits a plateau, because that was a really good album. Like, there were some really good songs.
I think that's where Silvertung was born.
Yeah,
I truly do. I mean, it takes time for you to find your niche or your thing, whatever you want to call it. And I think Out of the Box was it.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was when the band
that was
became
one of the fastest albums we put together. In all reality, I mean, those songs were just pumping them out, and instead of like dissecting a song for months at a time, we were just, one song only took us a week and a half. Cody and I come up with it. Speed was right on top of it with lyrics, and it was like, wow, we got a song. Okay, let's run into the studio and do it.
I texted him that night and I said, don't change the effing thing.
Yeah. It literally was like that. And we still have all the demos and all the scratch tracks of us in our rehearsal space. We still have that, and we listen back to it, and it's pretty identical from start to finish. What you hear on that album is exactly what we wrote. So this next album coming out is pretty much the same way. I don't want to say we have a formula for success yet, but I know that this album is requiring me to play the drums a different way, which is good because I want to evolve as a drummer. I want to evolve as a musician, playing all the instruments, whatever. But as the drummer for Silvertung, I want to be the best drummer Silvertung has. But I also would like to be one of the best drummers in the world. And what they're writing is forcing me to evolve myself, try different things, come out of left field. And now that I got TC's got my back here, we can now carry the songs where before I felt uncomfortable, like I didn't feel confident with that kind of style. I didn't know if it would go over well. But this guy's got my back, frees them up to do a little bit more. I think the writing process, we have the writing process, like what we expect. I mean, I bring riffs in, he brings a drum beat in, he's got a bass line, but we don't really are known for those instruments, but we all contribute everything in lyrically. I've come in and I've, hummed some words of speed, blah, 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 and we go back and forth, gargling words back and forth, and so we really have a nice writing establishment, formula for coming up. And this, I'm gonna tell you, this album, I'm really, really excited about it.
I am too.
I am so
Because you
excited.
guys keep teasing and teasing and teasing, and it's like, come on.
And unfortunately, that's going to be for the
That's
next,
going to be the name of
probably
the
the next
album.
5 or 6 months.
Name of the album's going to be Just the Tip.
Yeah.
That's the name of the album.
That's all you
That's all
get.
we're doing is teasing. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no.
You blew it!
You heard it here first.
Just the tip.
So I guess it's about time for us to close. TC, what would you like people to know about you, since you don't seem to get in the limelight as
I don't
much?
talk much.
Yeah.
He's male.
Well,
He's male. We're at the
long
side of
walks
the
on the
road.
beach.
I was a big fan of Silvertung before I got to join the band, so it's been a great ride so far, and can't wait to see where it takes us. And we got a lot of exciting things in the works.
And actually, the fans were the ones that decided that from the band.
Yeah.
So many people were like, "Oh my God, who's this guy?" We really like.
Nope.
Time's up.
Sorry.
Time's up. No.
Just one last quick question, if you guys want, to keep things lightened up and energized. What is one thing that you each could tell us real quick about yourselves that no one knows, or that you're comfortable? Just could be something goofy, just something to be like, oh wow, I didn't know that about them.
Okay, right here. Speed needs new shoes.
Yeah, I definitely need. Look at this, man. It's
Oh
like
no!
crazy. It's like I just realized it. I was like, "Hey, why are my feet wet?" Oh,
You
that's
want my
why.
boots?
Duct tape, man.
Yeah, duct tape goes a long way. I mean, but this is what the road's about. See this? This is what the road's about.
Okay, Cody, you're up. All right. I like doing voice acting and watching random modern cartoons like
Rick and Morty.
Steven Universe, Rick and Morty. Yeah, Rick
Yeah,
and Morty for sure. Yeah.
We're filming here. It's just like.
Just the light.
Oh.
You can't look at the camera, dude. Remember,
It's like a bug going to the left.
well, you can't, like a proper interview, you can't look at the camera because remember that was like off screen.
You ought to see him pitch a teepee.
I thought you
Oh.
You should have just went to
We don't see a bitch's head. We know. We're on the floor box with him.
Oh, poor Cody.
That's a good non-sequitur.
Oh, come on, all day on Cody like this.
He's good at pitch intense. How about that?
Oh.
Poor Cody. We always mess with Cody though.
Oh.
But I love him.
So what about you?
Oh wow, I have a lot of secrets.
Been in the FBI.
Yeah, I'm wanted by the FBI.
Sometimes we can feel
No, I'm just
occasion.
kidding.
Are we ever gonna know what you really did for Kelly Bell to get on the record?
No,
I
no.
don't want to know
No,
what
we
I had to go
We
through.
can't do that. No,
I mean, I'm
absolutely.
telling you right now.
It had a little bit about dirty
You would have to
knees
make
and a
this
little
an
bit.
There was some
X-rated.
like
God damn it, David.
initiation. There was some initiation going on, like college initiation stuff.
Yeah, we
Thank you,
love,
sir. May I have another?
Yeah.
we love Kelly Bell to death, but he I mean, honestly, it was like Kelly became like a brotherhood real quickly, and he accepted. I mean, it's not every day. I mean, Kelly's a well-known musician, and he gets people asking him all the time, "Hey, come play on my album, come play on my album." He's like, man, I can't, you know. And usually he can't. Usually he's that busy. We just caught that lucky moment where he was like, man, I love you guys, absolutely. So
That's a huge
pretty
compliment.
grateful.
to
Oh,
all of you.
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember seeing Kelly when I used to go to wine festivals. When I wasn't old enough to go to wine festivals. Man,
Oh,
he
man.
blew me away then too. I was like, oh my God, who is this guy? And then we finally met, you know, years later. You know, and that's the thing, is you never know who you're gonna meet. So don't stab somebody in the back.
That's right.
Don't somebody over.
Exactly.
Don't forget that.
Dana?
He didn't give up a secret. Why do I have to? He just like talked about Kelly Bell.
he just
I mean,
believes
like,
in
that's
her.
fun.
I
You
Like,
have a
crap.
point.
I know I
Okay,
do.
I'm calling
I know.
BS. I'm calling
Thank
BS.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Go back to him.
Yep,
Shine
we
the light
got
on him. Go back to
just
him.
one little secret.
One little secret.
He can't figure out what his secret is yet.
I'm a
That's
bus
why I
driver.
say
No, I'm a bus driver. I know what my secret is. I know what it is.
Okay, wow, let me give you something that's real crazy. I used to work for the government.
Okay.
I'll say that.
All right.
Can't tell you what I did
That's okay.
It's
and where
top
I did
sec-
it.
Top
but I used to
secret.
work for the government.
No.
So that's a secret.
There we go.
It's out now.
Yeah.
I just gotta kill us all.
Right.
Yes, I gotta kill you
How
all.
are we gonna play the show?
No, well, he was in the Trump campaign. He doesn't want everybody around. There you go. That's a secret.
I know this is on top.
Oh my God!
No, just hear me out.
I like this.
Just
Oh, I'm
hear me
hearing you
out.
out. Go ahead.
Okay, you have to look this up. Look up Trump saying the 50 states and his dentures fall out. It's
Oh
the
my
funniest thing in the world. I
Oh
swear
my
to
God,
God.
really?
Have we actually made fun of any other president like we have him? I mean,
No.
Bill Clinton was a good one because
I'm not here to talk politics, regardless of what your
I
views
think-
on him.
yeah.
You will laugh at that. Like,
Yeah.
regardless of your views, you
Funny
will
is
laugh.
funny. No matter
Yeah.
what
Oh
kind
my
of-
God,
Like,
yeah.
even if it was at you and you were talking, you were just like, hey, how you...
Wait a minute,
Yeah, you're
my shit's real.
There's so many topics we could go on with that one.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fake teeth, fake hair. I mean, like, you know, big tan. Okay, so my secret is
It's like what?
my secret is I love to play golf. I love golfing, and I like Maroon 5.
Just
I think
one. You
that's a
can't
great
give them all at
band,
once.
so, no, I really do. I dig Maroon 5. I dig the vibe and all that stuff. I think they're a great band. And even though we play like a heavier style, I really like listening to all kinds of music. So that's one of my dirty little secrets is that I listen to Maroon 5. Not really technically while golfing, but
Have you met them?
no, I haven't met them. You know, I actually have a restraining order against me, but I like
He shows up in his
golfing. I like
underwear.
golfing.
And he pitches tent.
And I
Pitches
golf
tents.
pretty well. I golf in the 80s, you know, so that's actually a pretty good.
On the front nine. 80 on the
Front
front,
nine.
80 on the back.
No, it's 69 on the front and the back.
Oh.
Oh, look, even the people in the Chiefs got that joke. Anyway, that's my secret.
My secret. We'll keep it simple. Don't feed me tequila ever. If you're buying me a shot
No,
afterwards.
no, never give him tequila.
Tequila will make me throw up. Yeah.
And do
Oh.
other
100%
things.
chance.
Well, see,
You don't
now,
want to see me naked.
see, there's another.
There's
thing
other
you
ways to
guys
get me
are
naked
doing.
besides tequila.
But what we'll have to do is have to set up another interview.
No,
and then
we'll
we can
release that
find out.
info as a secret track on the album.
yeah.
So if you buy the new CD when it comes out,
And you will buy the
right,
CD
there'll be
when
a
it
track
comes
for
out.
each of us. It'll be 4 extra tracks where we actually tell our darkest secrets on there. So you have to buy it.
But that's
now.
This is
but,
really dark.
But that's
though.
only on the special edition cassette vinyl version that we get. So like you'll get the CD.
Cassette vinyl.
Yeah, you'll
Cassette
get
vinyl.
well, see, it'll be the CD, and
I
then you'll
like
get a
that.
cassette, and then it'll be the vinyl as well. So then when you get the
Oh,
secret
it's
song,
3 different things.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I thought the vinyl.
Yeah, it's the super special
Yeah,
deluxe
you
edition.
put the vinyl in the
I like
cassette.
that.
Cassette is that thing, right?
Yeah, you got, and
Sing the
sometimes
2
it'll
holes.
undo, and you got to twist it with a pencil to get it to go back into the.
Oh
They
yeah,
had
there's
that
little
one, like, we had
cassettes.
CDs, like the little round things that are like mini.
Laser
Mini
discs.
discs.
Yeah, we had CDs and shit.
All right.
You
Well,
remember
Steve needs to get
Totally
ready, so.
Yeah.
All
That
right,
was
thank
that
you
time.
guys.
That time.
It's been a pleasure.
Holy crap.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being the real people that you are. One thing that I really like about this band is truly who you are as individuals as well.
That's scary, isn't it?
It is, but in a good way, because sometimes that's really what people use to connect with you. And the fact that you guys are there sound check, there's fans hanging around waiting to talk to you. I never not see you guys hanging with fans. That's such an important part.
They're the boss.
Literally, because you guys, they tell you
They are the boss.
what you want to do, and that's what you guys do.
Yes.
So I really want to thank you for taking the time to sit down with us. I'm glad that we were able to talk about some serious stuff, but I like to see people get this funny side of you guys too, the goofball stuff, you know. So
You ought to go on a road with us. You'll see some goofball stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it was good to touch on some of those subjects.
Yeah, thank you. Don't forget that people can connect with us on Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram,
Okay.
Twitter,
YouTube,
website.
Spotify.
Yes, go to Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify's a big one. If you want us to make some money, and we want to make some money, go to Spotify. Stream it.
And if you want to hear the new stuff that will be coming out, you got to be on Spotify.
Awesome.
That's what's
Thank you
good
so
stuff.
much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys.
Screaming Vamp Out Promotions. Love you guys.
Love you
You're
guys.
awesome.
Thank you guys so
You're
much.
welcome.
Can't wait to see you guys out
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Now
Well, these
it's time
guys got to get ready
crazy.
for the show. Can't
Time
wait to
get
see you.
crazy.
All right. Let's all. Woo! Yeah.
Switch up
All
back and do a quick
right.
group shot.